This is it. Hello. It is time. We've been waiting for far, far too long, and you'll have to help me with levels, I think, to make sure that you can hear everything. It's always puts me on edge doing these things. Like, are we gonna hear it? Are we gonna? Only 15 minutes to go. Gosh, hello Persona, hello Red Bob, hello Tachidisu, Swift 3D. Welcome. It's time for the showcase. Did anyone catch the Quest 3 reveal? Big Boss Gamer! Adam Friggs! I need to, like, keep some of my energy down, preserve it for what's to come. Even though it's yeah. Bone Enthusiast, hello. Always a pleasure to see you here. If it's not good, I will be personally responsible. I'll take that, because then if it is good, well, I am also personally responsible. And you have to give me a massive thumbs up. Steve pulled through. Hey, guys. Oh. Close? What the heck? YouTube just gave a pop-up saying this would be a good time to put in an advert. Get lost. What? I didn't even know you could do that. The cheek. Yeah, this is going to be epic. We need to start twisting. Stretching. Swift. What am I expecting out of this? Well, great games, I suspect. I'll tell you what I'm not expecting. Grand Theft Auto. I know everyone's like, come on GTA, come on GTA. I just am not. I have no hope for GTA whatsoever. Let me know if you can hear this beep. Just, I want to make sure that, you know, the audio is coming through. Hopefully it is. Yeah, sweet beeping. Boop, 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 boop. So the countdown is, the stream is supposed to start at 5:30. So whether or not 5:30 comes and there's a countdown, I don't know. But yeah, 5:30. Thank you guys for letting me know that it was there. Thanks Adam, thanks Halogen Drum, Paul, Noah. Beep confirmed. Assassin's Creed VR. Ooh, potentially. That's supposed to be here, isn't it? Because, ooh, but that's an Ubisoft title, isn't it? I don't know if Ubisoft will be like, I'll let you guys have it. But I would be hopeful for Assassin's Creed. It's about bloody time, isn't it? It's been a very long time. Yeah, I want Assassin's Creed, actually. And they cancelled Splinter Cell, so surely they're still working on Assassins. They had to pick one or the other. So yeah, I'm hopeful for that, actually. Ghostbusters, yeah, that's got to be shown, isn't it? We were teased Ghostbusters in the last reveal. That has to be here. I'm hopeful for Ghostbusters. 5:30? I've travelled to the future. Oh, yeah, not everyone's... Oh, okay, 5:30 in the UK, which is... I don't know. 12:30 on the East Coast and 9:30 on the West Coast. I think. And I think it's on for about an hour. So, Echo Mada, hello. Yeah, great question, Steve. Where have you been? So I actually hadn't been uploading that much. Some of you may have noticed. I had a puppy, a little Shiba puppy. I did say, actually, that I will bring Shibas to this live stream. So I'm going to go grab the little baby. So my Shiba Kai had a baby. So we now have 2 Shibas. And I was just focusing on my day job, my health, my fitness. Just making sure I had a good foundation in life. So then I'm excited to, you know, dive into VR again. And that's where I'm at. So I am back. Let me go grab the Shiba. 2 seconds. Let me just leave a note. please don't. Kai, come. Come. Whoa. Here we go. Offering something that you won't get on anyone else's stream. It's a baby Shiba. Hey, Squidge. Apps. Oh, look at him. Oh, he's so pretty. So cute. So this is Kobe or Squidge. Oh my god. The mum, Kai, just doesn't want to come in the room. She hates it. Oh. Savannah. Oh, bless him. He wants to run around. Let me put him down. But so cute. Go on, buddy. Go on. That way. There we are. I promised those that you'd get Shiba, so I had to drop the Shiba. Johnny Big, you lovely man. Thank you, I appreciate that. I've missed everyone, to be honest. I really did. It just took me a long time to get my shit together. But we are back, and I think it's time to get excited because you know I have a relationship with Meta, so I may know a few things. That dog has no idea its dad's a VR legend. That is super kind word. I don't see myself as that. Don't see myself like that, but that's super kind of you. No, okay, all right. Full disclosure, I don't have a Quest 3. I really do not. Quest 3 I do not have. Gosh. Behemoth gameplay. Cool. I completely forgot about that game. When that was shown, that little teaser, I was melting inside. Skydance are going to absolutely slay. I don't... Oh, gosh, that game is looks so good. I want more Behemoth. Behemoth. I don't know what's going to be shown, though. Completely. Do I? Yeah, Quest 3 is $500. I've seen actually mixed reviews on that. Some people are liking the fact that it's that much. Some people are really sad that it's that much. Because 500, it's in competition with the PlayStation VR 2, of which you need something extra. You need the console to play it. Alright, blink 3 times if GTA is going to be... Oh, it's going to be a long stream. I can only blink... Yeah, I'm giving up. I can't say anything. It's NDA season. Perfect Dark. The Quest 3 isn't $800. It's $500. Oh, I also saw that the Quest 2 is getting a software update that's going to give it around 20% more power as well. So Quest 3 is coming out, but the Quest 2 is also being optimized. And what on earth have they done to get 20% out of the Quest 2? That's a huge jump. Maybe they're doing something around heat dissipation, energy management. God knows. But hardware problems are always solved by software. That is just a classic saying that we have in industry. It's very true. Quest 3 is a native VR headset. You can use them as native VR headsets, can't you? You can use the Oculus Link or the Air Link, but I was really hoping the Quest 3 would have a display port so we could have that sort of connection to the PSP. That sort of connection to the PSP? That sort of connection to the PC. I think the Apple... I think this is a sign that Apple were going to mention something about their VR headset at their event. Because why on earth, last minute, was the Zuck like, we've got to drop something. We have to. And it's not part of the showcase. They had to stick it at the start as like a cheeky little reveal. So I'm excited to see what Apple's got. There were rumours that it was only going to be 300,000 units of the Apple headset. But I'm expecting $3,000. You know, think how much their top of the range laptop is, like $2,000. I reckon $3,000 for the Apple headset for sure. I don't think the Quest 3 is going to be OLED. No, not for $500. No, I'm not expecting that, Sanchez. I've noticed VR YouTubers that were all Quest inclusive. Most of them basically talk about the Pro now. Ghost Joe, that's sorry to hear, but it is, you should, because I'm probably guilty of that as well. The Pro is my daily driver, but I always saw it that using the Pro wasn't really not being inclusive of the Quest 2, because it's the same ecosystem, it's the same chipset, it's a little bit better performance and visuals because of the pancake lenses, but it's the same, like the same games. There's not much difference between them. It's almost like the PS4 and the PS4 Pro. If someone was using the PS4 Pro, you wouldn't be like, oh, I'm using a PlayStation 4, this isn't right. I always saw them as the same ecosystem. I think a lot of people did as well. Apple invited Road to VR to the event. Oh my gosh, it's happening. It's happening. I can't wait to see what Apple are dropping, because what Apple are dropping, it's not going to be a gaming headset, is it? It can't be a gaming headset. That's just not the way Apple do things. It's going to be productivity, phone integration, watch integration, fitness, that sort of angle. It's got to be. So Omega Bob, will the Quest 3 have PC connectivity? Yeah, it will. It'll be USB connectivity for the Oculus Link, and of course wireless connectivity with the Air Link. It just will be. So don't worry about that. I was just hoping that it would be a DisplayPort connection like the Pico 3 was. It's just so much better. Yeah, the thing about Apple VR though, it's just anything Apple do, the world just eats up, don't they? Like, they eat that apple for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Yeah, Apple will be an XR headset, Billsby. I believe so. Oh, this is great. Hello, guys. Thanks for joining. Fat Panda, is that true? I haven't heard that. Oh, Hello Games doing No Man's Sky for Apple VR? Are they really? Gosh. That sounds freaking awesome. Oh, what the heck? They're so cheeky. They changed the time of the showcase from 5:30 to 5:48. They've extended it by 18 minutes. How dare they? What the heck? We're all here ready. And they were like, let's just push you back. Push you back. The cheek of it.
Here's what I found.
Do you think it's a conscious effort that they buy game studios and... Oof. Oh, we removed it. Okay, I was trying to read the question, my friend. Yeah. John Doe, I completely agree with you with that's what Apple is going to do. Apple VR is not going to be gaming related, although I do hope they're going to have some sort of connection so it can be used as a PC VR headset. But you know what Apple are like? It'd be like, please buy this extra accessory, the £3,500 headset. Not enough. You need to also buy this $100 dongle that changes the lightning cable to a USB-C or something crap like that. But it's going to be a XR Pro device for sure. And it's going to be very expensive with stunning resolution pass-through. That's the way to do it. Eclipse, hello. Blast, hello. Joe Wolf, hello. Thank you guys for joining. Appreciate it. Getting quite excited, but also a little upset because they've just pushed back the time of the showcase. They said 5:30, and now they've moved it to 5:48, so about 20 minutes delay. Sanchez, Quest 2 to Quest 3. I can't comment on that right now, but I would say at this point in time, not immediately. The Quest 2 user base is too big to not be supported. An update is coming out for another 20% power. There's also going to be a price drop on the headset, so it may be worth picking up as well. But I think maybe a year later after the Quest 3's release, when there's going to be perhaps exclusive content for it because it's got twice as much power as the Quest 2, then would be the time to jump on the wagon, but not immediately, no. I got Omega Bob. What are Valve doing? That is a great question. What are Valve doing? I hear nothing. I follow Bradley. There was that period of time where it was just Deckard. And they just went quiet, so I don't know what's happening. Eclipse, how are the Shebas? Eclipse, you missed the Shebas. I promised Shebas and I brought them. There was I had Squidge or Kobe. Squid is his pet name because he's a little chubby baby. He's on here, a little Sheba puppy. If you rewind it about 10 minutes or 5 minutes, you'll see it. Lex, you could sell your Quest 2 before the price drop, but it isn't until like September, October until the Quest 3 is out. So if you don't want to play VR between now and then, go ahead. But if you're going to be itching for VR, it's not worth it. Just hold on to it. Let it be a memory. Hello, Gorilla Plays! Maskrul! Oh my goodness. Hello, my friend. I can't believe you're here. Big man. Hello, bro. Oh, life is too uncertain. I need to adopt day one. I'm old and Putin is unpredictable. Johnny. Yeah, I get it. Early adopters is painful, but you just want to get there, don't you? You're itching for the new tech. I completely get it. Beelzebub, I think people are going to be actually very upset if they don't see GTA, but I think they're going to be pleasantly surprised with what's on offer instead. Meta must have learnt by now that it's all about the software, and they need to deliver. And I don't have information on that. Eclipse, Steve, did you notice that the Quest 3 controllers don't have cameras? Yes, I did notice that. It looks like it's going to be, I don't know, if they're going to do the magnet tracking like Pico did, that would be pretty interesting. I assume, though, that it's going to be light tracking, and they're going to have the lights built into the controllers rather than an outer casing like they have for the Quest 2. But that does also worry me. Someone who commented on the video brought up a great point that if the Ring, these don't have cameras and the Ring isn't there and the lights are built in, there's going to be cases where you're actually occluding the light from being tracked. I'm hoping this has been tested. That's not really going to be the case in real world use, but there might be a concern that the tracking's not going to be as good, especially because they're saying you can still upgrade to these Pro controllers for the Quest 3, and it would be an incentive to do so. But they do look great. They look fantastic. Friends tried. Steve, do you have any merch? I do not have any merchandise. I've always thought about it, always wanted to do it, but I don't know. I never saw myself that way on YouTube, where I'm like, guys, here's some Steve Knows merch if you want to wear it out. And I don't know. It's just I'm sharing a passion. I just didn't think I was at that point. But it would be great to, for sure. Something that says "Good Day" on it. It had to be. Oh gosh. Too much. Sorry. Too much water. I'm sweating buckets already. I need to do this and open the window. If Meta can make anything, it's a crappy head strap. That is so true. If Meta can do anything, it's a crap head strap. Yes. And it's deliberate. It's deliberate. They're pulling an Apple where you have to buy their accessories. Ooh, bit too loud. Oh. Okay. Storm, I will have to check the Discord at another time because my computer is actually overrun with all of these panels, and I don't live stream too often, so something could go wrong. Let me try it out. Am I going to get lucky? Ooh. Never mind. Meta have actually poked me and asked me to do something. Gosh. Can I edit? Sorry, one sec. Right, I think we're good. I'm trying to find. Where's my Discord? I'm trying to find the damn Discord so I can look at the images of the control. Oh, snap. Zuck posted something else. The tracking. Oh, snap. Oh, snap. Looks like tracking system is still on the headset itself. You see the dots on the top of the headset. Yes. Guys, if you have something spare right now, you can open up a new tab. Check out Zuck's Instagram. And it has... you know what? I can do it, can't I? What am I talking about? Where's Instagram? Instagram had before? What? I want the Zuck. Search. Zuck. Boom, this one's got some pictures. Here we go. Some more headset images. Zuck with some toned pectorals. Good man. Get pumping. We also have him there holding the tiny device with discount Bosworth and discount John Carmack. Here we can see the cameras. It looks alright, doesn't it? It looks tiny. I do like the look of it. You can see the controllers there a bit better. Bit grainy, that picture. Is that deliberate? What is that? That's the mixed reality content that they've got going on. And then, oh, go on, Zuck. Like, yeah, don't know if you know this, but I'm an MMA fighter now. I'm a jiu-jitsu medal winner. Yeah. Look at that little right hook without twisting my body weight into it. Yeah. You don't like Facebook? You don't want cookies? Come on then, take that. Yeah, give me your data. Oh, I'm gonna get carried away. I can do that, but interesting still. Let's play the you can play the trailer while we wait as well. It does look sleek. Light creep, yes. Very. It's, I don't know. It's not that. Zuck versus Jake Paul 2024. I am there. I'll endorse it, promote it. Just let me go. That'd be brilliant. The colours look okay. Yes, Marshall, they do, but I can't trust it. Unless you're inside the headset, you can't trust it. You need to be in it, don't you, really, to get an understanding of what it's going to be like. Oh, Ghost Joe! Oh, gosh, you have the right amount of knowledge and comedy to make it entertaining. I think that's brilliant. Mr. GLaDOS, yes, thank you, Ghost Joe. I appreciate that. So kind. GLaDOS, yes, 500 is a lot. But we recently just had tons of inflation from the world economy. Everything's gone up loads. Plus, we've got the competitors being at 500 or 400 for inferior hardware, or the more premium devices at like 1,500, 1,000. It's... Sorry, I just read one of the comments and I'm dying. So £500 is not... $500 or £500 is pretty reasonable in the grand scheme of things, but it's still a lot. I was just cracking up at Swift 3D of that clip of Zuck fighting, and he was like, put the South Park clip on top, like, you can fight my style. That is hilarious. So I need to do that, actually. I need to make that meme and share it. Yeah, so I've been told about the color pass-through of the Quest 3 is that instead of it being a RGB camera and then the grayscale from the other four, and then it overlays the color based on that RGB, it's not going to be like that. It's actually going to be color pass-through. So it's going to be less janky in motion and areas where there's inclusion of the camera. So it is actually going to be a little bit better. Beelzebub, you're right. Yeah, Bloomberg said that. But until you try it yourself, I can't really trust it. But if you can, it's super important. But you know in what headset you will be able to look at your phone on? Apple's. For certain. Apple do not do anything by halves. They go all in and set a standard. And I think that's what we're going to get. This is just going to be... Oh, gosh, I'm so worried. But I'm super excited. When Apple doing this is going to be a great boost for the VR community. For better or worse, it's definitely going to be something. Oh, what have we got? Mr. Gladys, it's an absolute pleasure to help you get into VR. And I'm glad that you stuck around as well. Oh, Richard Miller. Steve, where in the UK are you from? I just want to come around, knock on the door, see how you're doing. Maybe we can have a barbecue together and we can fry some sausages or some chipolatas, depending on how hungry you are. I'm actually from the south of England. I'm from the Bournemouth, Christchurch, Poole area, below Southampton. Originally, I'm from Surrey, just outside of London, but I moved down south for university. And I never left because it's so dang nice. How long we got left? Another 6 minutes before there's probably a countdown, and then they set it back another 10 minutes probably. There's some quite amusing stuff on Mark's Instagram. Like, check this out. He's like, yo, look at the size of my neck. I've been working the neck. He's actually got a really long neck. He probably have to work on his traps. So it kind of comes up a little bit. Because that is a thick, long neck. I've never noticed that. Is that the angle? Is it just me? He's proper thick. He looks like he could have been one of the elves or the orcs without any makeup on. But he's toned. Look at the vascularity there of his bicep. Nice one, Zug. Oh gosh, moving on. Whoop! There it is. Frank, I love that. I always mind his Trek's neck. Why do I get Stacey, Brendan? Why do I get the feeling that the FOV will be exactly the same? A bloody great point. Because and someone responded. Because it's always the same. And that is true. It's always like 110 or 109. Richard Miller's from Bournemouth as well? What? Have we met, Richard? Have we met? Have we met? Gosh. You might see me walking the streets one day. Just looking for, I don't know, I love a dessert. You can buy me a cheesecake. That would be great. I'll buy you a cheesecake, let's be honest. I'll get you a cheesecake. That is not how you take a picture. Oh, the automatic room layout. Yes, Gen. That's because that's something that was in the Quest Pro, wasn't it? There was a depth sensor in the Quest Pro, but they found out that you can actually, in some cases, look through people's clothing. And it's like, okay, this is a massive no-no. We can't have this. And it was taken out of the Pro. So they may have figured something out and put it back into the Quest 3. That would be a result. Hold on. Two ticks. Steve always just walking around looking for cheesecake. I am weak for cheesecake. You know what gets me is there's in the supermarket, I think it's in Sainsbury's, there's this something called like a Dame cake, and it's like a nut flour sponge with layers of cream in between and Dame top. Oh, guys, it's this Swedish Scandinavian dessert, and it's to die for. Master Cool, yes, Master Cool, agreed. That's what I was complaining about at the start of this stream. Was I want a display port, not USB-C, because let's be honest. Or HDMI. HDMI or DisplayPort, I should say, because people that have gaming PCs that are good enough to play VR often have the ability to use those ports. It just comes with the territory. I'm not playing high-end VR on a notebook, and I need USB-C because that's all I've got. Deadly Nova. Sorry. Look at the chat. What am I looking at? Sorry, I was just looking at the camera talking to you because I wanted to look at you in the eyes. Automatic room layout would be bliss. It would just be bliss because even when you're in the same room, sometimes the quest is like, this isn't your guardian, your boundary, and it has an absolute spaz attack. And then you have to set it up again. If it's automatically detected, then that process would just happen on its own, and I wouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't. Oh gosh, so goes. Yeah. The chat. Let's look at. Let me move this over. Can I do that? No. So let me show you it. Look. Look at the chat. Look at the dang chat. Oh, is it starting? It's just going nuts. What are people doing? What is the point of that? Oh, let's go. Let me know about volumes. Oh, do you know what they're doing? This time round, they're going to show you trailers at the start, so it doesn't seem like you're waiting and advertise games that already exist. This is No More Rainbows. This is actually already out. It up. Hopefully that's better. But gosh, the rock and roll. Love it. Yeah, if you like the game, it has the gorilla tag mechanic of movement, but it obviously has the visceral chaos and violence that we need. So this is Little Cities. They've got some DLC and a sandbox update. Yeah, cool. An update. Dude, this game looks weird. This game is so weird. Just watch. so this is a game that already exists as well. There's an expansion coming out, and this is it. 2 new ships: Iris, the Explorer. Oh no, Pandora. Sorry. And autosave and coming else, something else. A relaxed mode. That was it. Ghost Joe, you're going to be pleasantly surprised. Not with GTA, but I mean some of the other games. So Walkabout Mini Golf also has an update coming out. There's a new map for Center of the Earth, a new map called Secret's Lair that's coming out, and then 2024 there's going to be a a mobile app, Pocket Edition. Walkabout is fantastic. Yeah, it really is. There's also an Onward update, updated animations, updated tent for the lobby. A range has been extended, so it's like 600 meters away now. You'll see in the trailer.
Welcome to my arena of
Ooh, what have we got now?
In here, no one plays nice.
Demio battles! Demio or Demeo is
Two
just so sick, and
But only one side
yeah,
can
I think some of you are really gonna like this.
Let the battle commence!
Time for battle. Guardian ready.
Shall we do this?
That's some tunage going on in this trailer. Damn.
Feel the burn!
Yeah, it's not quite D&D. Even though it gets called that, but I think Demio is fantastic. It just takes so long.
Dear little Sproutling, you are a special.
Oh, I love this
able to
game.
experience
This game is
time a bit
amazing.
more
We are one. Look what they sent me.
flexible. You and all your other selves. You were created a part of me. We are connected. We are nature. We are one.
Yeah, I'm really into that title. Oh, this is it. This is the game, guys. This is it. Oh my god. Gosh, dude, I'm so excited. I wanted this game so bad. So freaking good. What a lovely touch to give us Power Wash Simulator. Have you not played Power Wash Sim before? It's a PC or console game, but it's just about washing. Yeah, much it is. I'm a software developer for an investment bank. And so I have a stressful 9 to 5, and this game, it's just like white noise. You just gotta zone out from the jet wash noise. It's just like, and you just clean instead of actually cleaning your own house. But it's really addictive and really fun. So pumped for that coming to Quest. Oh yeah, like the shaving game. It's just like power washing in real life. You're right. It's actually ridiculous. When I like to do the car or the motorbike, or the patio, it just splashes. You get covered. Yeah, washing VR over real life any day. Pixelated Palette Studio. No, I'm not a full-on creator. This is just something I do as a hobby. I have a day job. I do this after work or in my own time. I'm not big enough for this to be my full-time job, but my day job is really good, really interesting. I'm super into development, so that's where I am. This is my creative side. I get to unleash. All the games you've seen today, even the ones that you'll see for the first time, are slated to launch within the next year. There's always the risk of games slipping due to the real challenges of development, but we want to show you games you'll be playing sooner rather than later. That said, there are some amazing games in development that aren't in today's show. If you don't see a game you're looking forward to, sit tight. GTA is not coming, but I'll say this to give you hope. But guys, it's not really going to be there. Oh, it's starting. Okay, here we go. Let me know about volume.
Welcome everyone to our third annual MetaQuest Gaming Showcase. I'm thrilled to be back hosting.
The legend that
and
is
it's a
Ruth.
big
I got
day.
to meet her last
This morning, Mark
Good
Zuckerberg
time.
shared that our MetaQuest 3, our next-gen VR headset, is launching later this year. MetaQuest 3 is our follow-up to MetaQuest 2 and will feature advanced tech that opens up new possibilities in both VR
So why did
and
they
MR.
reveal this earlier?
It will also be backwards compatible with Quest 2's entire library of over 500 games and apps. Later in the show, we'll explore Oculus Studio's biggest and most immersive game ever with a gameplay deep dive. A game that will take advantage of MetaQuest 3's cutting-edge hardware. We have way more to share when MetaQuest 3 releases, including specs, more apps and experiences, and a whole slate of groundbreaking MR content. These are all stepping stones toward our long-term vision for building the metaverse. But for today's showcase, it's all about VR games. Every title you see today will be playable on both MetaQuest 2 and 3, and is currently set to launch in the next 12 months. So let's get started.
Are you ready?
Samba de Amigo in VR. I could not be more excited because music is such an important part of my life. I was a professional musician for years, and at Meta, I've gotten to work with the talented teams behind a bunch of other rhythm games. Playing Samba de Amigo in VR feels like it's always belonged
Persona
here.
knows. This is
And
a
I
game
can't
from the
wait
90s
to see everyone
that was in the arcades.
shaking their
and
maracas
it was also released on
when
Dreamcast.
Sega brings the game to the MetaQuest store this fall. Back in February, Shell Games revealed I Expect You to Die 3,
Frank, but
Cog
watching
in the
people
Machine.
dancing
Today,
in VR
I
feels
can
great.
confirm
You don't have to go to
that
a
this
club, and
third
that's a
helping
win.
of Spy Hijinks, or Spyjinks, is coming to the MetaQuest store this year. Hopefully your skills haven't gotten too rusty, because this threequel will send agents on their most challenging mission yet. Confront
I
more
Expect You to
villainous
Die
villains,
3, it has to
tackle
be!
more perilous perils, and expect to die a few more times.
Oh, you are either very strong or that steering wheel was not attached correctly.
Dr. Roxana Prism is a former inventor for the agency. She truly believes she can create a better agent.
Oh, hey, Admiral Butler.
You'll either prove her wrong, or prove her right. You're dead in that second scenario.
Once you're dead, everyone will see just how superior my robots are to human agents.
Hey, you found some nickel. Do it again and you'll have 10 cents.
Every time we encounter Agent Phoenix, we get stronger.
Check this out. We can fly now.
It's simply a matter of time and iteration.
You think that's the end? It's not even begun!
Are you using Dr. P's notes I left in there? Aren't they great? Sometimes I look at them because they make me happy.
You don't have to play the series in order, but if you'd like to, you'll find the first two games bundled in the MetaQuest store for 40% off for a limited time. That's not all Shell Games is working on.
I absolutely
They
love
made a
all of
promise
the
at last
nostalgia
year's
that
showcase.
You guys have. It's so
3
funny.
games
You're
over the
all
next
over
2
it.
years. Hot off the press, let me introduce you to Silent Slayer, Vault of the Vampire. Silent Slayer is a single-player horror game that'll bring you face-to-face with slumbering vampires. And as you might guess from the
Guys,
title,
this is a
stealth
creepy
is
one.
key to survival.
Beware.
As Shell Games puts it, silence is golden, sound is death. Spooky. Let's take a peek.
Keep silent. Gently. At last. Aim for the center of the chest. And do not be gentle.
I swear there's more to that trailer. They cut it down, I think. There is more to that trailer. Look at that
At
dry
last year's
ice. What a boss.
showcase, we revealed Ghostbusters, Rise of the Ghost Lord. And then I got to drive off into the sunset in the iconic Ecto-1. For this year's show, Sony Pictures VR and nDreams put together a little dossier on the Ghost Lord himself. Who is he? And how did he get to be so mean? Along the way, we'll get a glimpse of the West Coast's first Ghostbusters HQ, some iconic San Francisco landmarks, and the spirits and specters that you'll be trapping there with your friends. Let's take a look.
You think you know the whole story of the Ghostbusters. Well, you don't know my story. 1984. My research brought me to Columbia University, where I studied under the Ghostbusters. They dismissed my work, called it dangerous. But in San Francisco, I can show them, with its untapped cauldron of the undead. Where others saw fear, I saw subjects. How could I know my research would stir a dormant evil? Lord. Alcatraz. Tortured souls, whose guilt I could drain and drain again. Their pain, the price of progress. My dear assistant Katie understands. Soon everyone will understand. Especially you, Ghostbusters, with your silly parlor tricks. You will see the progress I have made. Know the power I have harnessed. You will realize that I, Gustav Hookfather, am the genius who gave the world endless clean energy.
The Ghost Lord is coming. What have I brought upon the world? The time of the Ghost Lord is here.
Let's see how that goes. No
Check
way!
this out.
The
team let me into the San Francisco Ghostbusters HQ a little early, and it's still under construction. But I've got my proton pack, my PKE meter, and I know exactly who I'm teaming up with to take out the Ghost Lord. Because if there's one thing you could say about me, is that I ain't afraid of no ghost. Whew. Anyway, when we asked One Hamsub, developers of Rocket NX, what's something players will love about your new game, they said,
One
you
Hamza.
can lose an arm, then pick it back up and
This
bash
is One
your enemies
Hamza.
with it.
She said
There you
Racket
go.
NX, so this is going to be
Underdogs is a physics-based
Underdogs.
brawler where you wrap yourself in your
get ready for
5-ton
a
gorilla mech
fat trailer,
and
guys.
rampage through New Bracca, the 22nd century mech fighting capital of the world. Take on whatever the pitmasters throw your way and upgrade your mech to be even more fearsome. But remember, the more you climb the ranks, the more every lowlife in the city will be gunning for you. So get ready to claw your way up the food chain.
Yo, this city ain't never gonna let two base boys like us in. Nah, this the jungle out here, bruv. If we wanna get into New Bracca, we're gonna have to fight like fucking animals.
Watch out, bad man, no madman. And I got the style like Gangnam. Bang bang in my gangland. Turn man upside down like a handstand. Don't this man, me not use this man. Man I'm on arms like wristband. My walk, none of them boy can't withstand. Them man are minimal, something like beautiful. First thing is, we like your beautiful. Human as fuck, all like minerals. Send to your army, what's man killable? With man syllables. I want to some of them, you think of some joke thing? No, sir. Watch out. Man don't get up, man don't get ball. Man don't get passed up, man don't get ball. Man don't get messed up, man don't get ball. Man don't get pressed, man don't get ball. Rick! You're in the wreck! Get up, man! The bubble's critical. Your arm's broken clean off. Ricardo, he's coming in for the kill. Get up and fight! When I start working, man get shook. In my face, then boy can't look. Then we get fried up, then we get cooked. All south set, don't get overlooked. You don't get...
Yeah, see, I told you that trailer hits. That
At
trailer's
last year's
sick.
show, we revealed NFL Pro Era, the first
Pro
NFL
Era.
and NFLPA licensed VR football sim. Since the games launched last October, you've completed over 3 million NFL seasons and unlocked over 9 million trophies. But what's next? Here to tell you is Status Pro president and co-founder and former NFL wide receiver, Andrew Hawkins.
Thanks, Ruth. Our goal last year at Status Pro was to give people the experience of being NFL QB1, feeling the rush of stepping onto the field and leading your favorite
is that
NFL
Michael
team to
B.
victory.
Jordan?
And the positive response we got from our community was overwhelming.
Oh God, he
That
looks
was just
so
the
much
beginning.
like him.
Later this year, we're upping the game with the next evolution of NFL Pro Era.
I think he's got a list.
This year is all about showing the
Is he an
world
NFL
what you
player?
got.
Any Americans
With the
here
new
that
version of
let me know, 'cause
NFL Pro
obviously I'm
Era, we're
British, I've got no
expanding
idea.
multiplayer so you and your best friend can pit your favorite teams against each other and see who comes out on top. There's a world of competition out there, and we want to see how our community's QB skills stack up. We got a lot more to share, though, between now and launch. New features, new modes. This is more than a roster update. The next version of NFL Pro Era will build on last year's game in so many cool ways, and we cannot wait to get it in your hands. Check us out on social. We posted a lot of community and game updates there before we launch this fall. This is really cool, by the way.
Thanks, Huck. All right, Moving on from the field to the court. Back in December, Resolution Games, creators of Blastin' and Demio, revealed their latest project, Racket Club, an all-new sport designed exclusively for VR. Practice your swing solo.
This trailer cracked me up.
With people
this
all
one I
around
found
the world.
so funny, guys. I hope you find it as amusing
and socialize
as
courtside with your friends in this one-of-a-kind
I hope
sports
you find it as
complex.
amusing as I did.
Here's a new look at Racket Club.
Racket Club. You're just in these like glass boxes hitting a ball at each other. Oh, but Resolution Games are fantastic.
At our debut gaming showcase, I premiered the launch trailer for Wraith: The Oblivion Afterlife from Fast Travel Games. It was the first VR game set in the world of darkness. And today, we're diving back into the world of supernatural horror with an all-new adventure RPG, Vampire: The Masquerade Justice, which will send you to Venice, but not the Venice you see on postcards. You are a vampire, comfortable in the city's darkest shadows. Hide in plain sight, drink the blood of mortals, and use your vampiric abilities to become the ultimate judge of the guilty. So, without further ado, let's sink our teeth into the debut trailer for Vampire: The Masquerade Justice.
This game actually looks like it's gonna hit. This looks sick. It actually looks like a proper game. You wanted something better? I think this is it.
Venice. Italy. Felt like I was back on square one. Hiding in the night. I didn't want to get dragged into this. But the guilty must be punished. You'd do well to remember that. Because if you don't, I'll make things very uncomfortable for you.
Next, an adventure that never needs
sick,
to end.
Right? That Vampire
This one is
Masquerade game
special to
actually
me.
looked decent.
It's developed by
Looked like a
Othergate,
decent,
a studio
well-rounded
co-founded by
title.
4 VR veterans who I used to work with for years on the Oculus Studios team on our very first and super popular franchise, Dead and Buried. I know firsthand that these guys are masters at making fun multiplayer games, and I am honored to announce their next project, Dungeons of Eternity. This 1 to 3 player
This
dungeon
is another
crawler
game that looks like it's
generates
gonna
levels from
hit,
hundreds
guys.
of unique
It
chambers,
looks sick.
so no 2 trips are the same.
So enjoy this
You'll
one.
explore dark crypts, ruined castles, and deep caverns. Battle monstrous enemies with melee and magic, solve puzzles, avoid traps, gather loot, escape back to safety, level up, and then do it all over again in a brand new dungeon. Take a look.
Reminds you of Rec Room Adventures. looks like a sick cooperative experience. Not like the next big thing, but as a co-op experience. Is that me? Am I in it?
We brought back Samba de Amigo, but we must have other beloved classics waiting in the wings,
Seventh
right?
guest, it's gotta be.
How about one of the best-selling games of the 90s?
Gosh, this came out when I
An
was
iconic
born.
mystery, maybe? Something a
Mental.
little spooky? Yeah, I think we have one like that.
It's you! Don't be afraid. I'm here to help. There are many like me here, trapped in this house. Each night, the guests arrive.
Stout, what do you want? Show yourself!
So this was a point-and-click adventure on PC back in the 90s, and it's now been reimagined for
The
VR.
Seventh Guest is mostly known for ushering in the CD-ROM era, once upon a time. But it's a great
Echo,
puzzle
did I
adventure
just say
game.
that?
And it's cool to see Vertigo Games and Vertigo Studios Rotterdam staying true to the original, but reimagining it for a new era. The team is using volumetric video to capture the live-action performances of actors to help tell the game's story. They're also fully recreating the iconic mansion in 3D for the first time. Just don't be surprised if it starts changing shape around you. It is haunted after all. In addition to The Seventh Guest, Vertigo is working on Arizona Sunshine 2,
Yeah, boy!
a sequel to one of the most
Sunshine
popular
2!
games from VR's early
Yes!
days.
What a sick
This one people have been waiting to see for
and there
a
is
long
something
time,
so
including
good
me.
with this game.
You might have seen the CG reveal recently, but today we have another short teaser for you. Time to say hello to your old pal Freddy, and hello to a new friend as well.
Oh, what's going on, Fred? Hold up. Allow me to show you how it's done. Nice, but... Oh, yeah, that's gonna do. Watch and learn. What the... Get a room. You know that only counts as one.
My goodness.
In Arizona Sunshine 2,
Is it gonna
you'll
look that
survive
good?
the desolate waste of Arizona
If
with
that's
your new
still
best
PC
friend, Buddy,
footage, my
who you
golly,
can
I
trust to
am
have your back,
so excited. They
even when
didn't
Freddy's
show
are
the
trying to
quest,
take a bite
because
out
the
of
quest
it.
footage is going to be disgusting.
Arizona Sunshine 2 launches later this year, so be sure to check out the game's extended CG reveal trailer if you haven't already. Okay. Last November, Netflix and Tenderclaws revealed that the hit series Stranger Things
Yes.
is coming to VR.
Finally, give us
I
some
hope
more
you're
footage
comfortable
on
in the
Stranger
Upside Down,
Things.
because you're going to be spending a lot of time there. In this chilling psychological horror experience, you are Vecna, invading people's minds and conjuring up their worst nightmares as you look to take revenge on Eleven and her friends. Stranger Things VR comes to MetaQuest Store later this year. And here is a brand new trailer.
I saw a means to realize my potential, to transcend my human form, to become the predator I was always born to be.
time. So in this, it looks like you play as Vecna. And Tenderclaw, who did the Underpresents, was a fantastic title. So this should be pretty interesting.
It's time to strap into your omnidirectional mobility gear and prepare to fight the unthinkable.
Oh, is this Attack on?
Attack on Titan
ODM,
is a
baby.
best-selling manga series, acclaimed anime adaptation, and now, thanks to the team at Universe, an exhilarating VR game. Attack on Titan VR Unbreakable lets you join the Scout Regiment and go head-to-head with the Titans themselves. Swing through the air using your ODM gear and take down enemies many times your size as you try to protect the last vestiges of humankind. Some of you may already be familiar with this game because we teased it late last year, but you didn't get to see the game's dynamic, high-flying battles. Today you will.
I love that studio name, UniVRS. Great name. Today you will, and then they're like pre-rendered animation, not gameplay. Bruh. God, the titles are weird, aren't they? Hello, Virtual IT Boy. But yes, finally, we're getting some...
Back in 2011,
good titles.
Polish developer People Can Fly, the creators behind Outriders and Painkiller, introduced the world to skill shots. Blast an enemy out of the air.
Bulletstorm, it has to
Skill
be.
shot.
Bulletstorm in
Kick him into
VR,
a
another
cactus.
win. Some of you may
Skill
have played
shot.
this on PlayStation 3
Crush
or
somebody
Xbox
under a hot dog
360.
cart. You get the idea. Now imagine how creative you could get with that system in VR. Forget imagining it. We've got it. Here's your first look at Bulletstorm in VR. This is the Bulletstorm we all know and love. Every skill shot, every story beat fully recreated from the ground up for VR. And for the first time, you'll actually be able to handle an energy leash, deliver devastating blows, and mow down hordes of mutated enemies. So book your ticket to the planet Stygia for later this year. And thanks to People Can Fly and Incuvo for bringing such a fun project to life. Okay, before we start talking about our final game, I know you've been waiting for an update on Assassin's Creed in VR. And I have good news. Assassin's Creed Nexus is coming to the MetaQuest store by the end of the year. Tune in to Ubisoft Forward on June 12th for the full reveal of Assassin's Creed Nexus. All right.
No footage.
I promised you a deep dive. Let's get into it.
Let's do this.
In 2019, Asgard's Wrath took us on an epic journey across the fabled 9 realms of Norse mythology. That journey ended here, imprisoned in this very tavern by the trickster god Loki. But Destiny has more in store for you. From Sanzaru Games and Oculus Studios, This is the world premiere of Asgard's Wrath 2.
Yo, Asgard's Wrath 2.
Loki's evil
On
invades
Meta
all
Quest!
realms.
On Quest! Bro, right, I'm gonna shut up. Let's just take this in. Yeah.
Stopped.
Oh, look, it looks amazing! Oh, an absolute banger of a song for the soundtrack as well.
Betrayal has made you stronger, Guardian.
No more war pigs have the power. Hand of God has struck the hour.
Your reality is my guardian.
Exact your vengeance.
And unleash your wrath.
This looks seriously impressive. But what about the first one? Is that coming so people can also play it? Wow.
Asgard's Wrath 2 is an all-new standalone adventure in this epic series. Freed from prison by the Weavers of Fate, you'll set out on a new quest across time and space. From the Norse realms to the deserts of ancient Egypt. Here on the Great Sand Sea, you'll once again battle gods and creatures of myth to stop Loki from upending all of creation. When the original Asgard's Wrath released on PC VR, it wowed players with its jaw-dropping scale, brutal physics-based combat, and stunning graphics. Asgard's Wrath 2 will set a whole new standard for wireless VR. This is the deep and immersive action RPG that you've been waiting for. Packing enormous, free-roaming environments, gorgeous visuals, and well over 60 hours of exploration and tense combat into MetaQuest 2 and MetaQuest 3. Today, my friend Matt Kramer, head of design at Sanzaru Games, will take us on a tour of the team's groundbreaking title. Everything you're about to see was captured in-game. Matt, the mic's yours.
Thanks, Ruth. I'm so excited to show everyone what we've been working on at Sanzaru these last few years. Asgard's Wrath 2 picks up where the first game left off, in a mysterious tavern you can't escape from. You're suddenly thrust into battle with a giant creature, clearly from another realm. Just when you think all is lost, you encounter the Weavers of Fate, a trio of beings that set you off upon your adventure to find and stop Loki. So just how much bigger is this game? Not only will you travel through new Asgardian locations, like Muspelheim, the Land of Fire, the Weavers of Fate will also bring you to new realms, like the vast desert expanse of ancient Egypt. These massive worlds, beyond the scope of any other game on the MetaQuest platform, come alive in Asgard's Wrath 2. Dotted with temples, caves and dungeons, characters to meet,
Travel well.
monsters to battle, quests and side quests, wildlife, crafting resources, mini-games, and more. This is a living world you can roam and explore freely. The most expansive of these worlds is the Great Sand Sea, full of hidden treasures and unique events. You could spend hours upon hours exploring this map and still not discover all its secrets. You might decide to prove your combat prowess by hunting rare, high-level monsters that roam the sands, or gather plants or and animal parts to craft useful consumable goods, such as bait to attract wildlife, or a ward that provides a temporary AoE benefit wherever you throw it. But it's not all about survival. Kick back and fish, or beat your high score at the slingshot shooting gallery. There's no shortage of stuff to do and see outside the primary quest line. These worlds are so big, you're going to want some more speed as you move through them. Luckily, you'll have the power of a god at your fingertips. As with Asgard's Wrath, you'll be able to transform a few brave animals into unique warrior followers to help you solve puzzles and eviscerate enemies. New in this game, they'll serve as powerful mounts that can carry you swiftly across the massive realms of Asgard's Wrath 2. Of course, what's fast on foot or mount
I'm like
can
a
look very
huge
different
God
to a
of
god.
War fan, so this world, this styling is so up my street. Gosh, wow, an actual game,
Like
right?
Asgard's Wrath, you'll also see the world from the god-scale perspective and use your cosmic powers to manipulate the mortal world around you. Reach inaccessible areas, solve puzzles, and more. You can't save the world alone, though. Egypt is full of would-be heroes who need your godly assistance to enter the realm of legend. Each hero in Asgard's Wrath 2 is completely unique. Different weapons, different skills and abilities, and different strengths. By possessing these mortals, you can help them fulfill their destinies and get closer to yours as well. The first of these heroes is Abraxas, a cynical tomb robber with a grudge against the gods. You and Abraxas make an unlikely pair, but you'll have to work together to take down fearsome enemies like the bloodthirsty goddess Sekhmet. Abraxas seeks vengeance against Sekhmet for the murder of his father. With his boomerang axe, whip sword, and bladed shield at your command, he'll stop at nothing to defeat her. Combat was one of the aspects players loved most about Asgard's Wrath, us included. It was vicious and brutal. Whether swinging a sword, throwing an axe, or even using your fists, the combat made you feel powerful and skilled.
This releases in winter
In the first game,
2023.
the combat favored a
DDY is
defense-first approach, meaning you had to block and parry a series of enemy attacks before you had a chance to remove their runic shields. This loop had to be completed 3 or 4 times before you could start damaging an enemy.
There's a huge variety of
In
enemies as
Asgard's
well.
Wrath
That's really
2,
great
our
to see.
updated combat system is centered around player choice. Nothing is holding you back. You can chip away at enemy shields through a flurry of attacks or land skilled parries to trigger opportunity windows that let you cut through your enemy's defenses with ease. We've also expanded the systems to include elemental types for a greater degree of player customization and wider variety amongst enemy archetypes. This time, we have a full physics system implemented for weapons, with swords, axes, bows, staffs, and more at your disposal. You can find a combat style that's right for you. But you'll need to change up your approach, as enemies will now react to your every movement and switch up their own attacks. You'll also unlock new skills and abilities as you level up, letting you invest further in the weapons you use most. Unlock powerful abilities and super attacks to truly change the game. Nothing feels better than seeing your weapons soar into the air and rain down on a horde of enemies. You'll also discover relics you can slot into your weapons and armor that will provide you with powerful buffs, like adding fire damage to your weapon or heal over time, allowing you to customize your weapon set against each enemy you face. But you won't be the only one leveling up. Your animal followers have their own skill trees and will grow in power the more you spend time with them. Even with an upgraded companion and all these powers at your disposal, don't think the enemy AI will go easy on you. As you level up, so will they, gaining new abilities, smarter tactics, sneaky counters, stronger armor, powerful super attacks, and relics to use against you. Some will even heal each other, boost each other's damage, or call for reinforcements. You'll have to use all the strength, endurance, speed, and quick thinking you can muster to forge a path through the ravenous enemies that lay between you and your destiny. For a true challenge and the opportunity to earn bragging rights amongst your friends, you can step into the Uncharted Rifts, an infinitely replayable dungeon crawling mode with exclusive loot that you can take back with you into the main campaign. The Rifts are always open, so you can visit at any point during or even after the campaign and put your skills against some of the toughest time-limited challenges the Rifts have to offer. Face increasingly ferocious enemies as you delve deeper into these endless labyrinths, encountering the ghosts of players who fell victim to the rifts before you. Whether friend or foe, these specters will be part of your dungeon, helping or hindering your progress. Survive long enough, and you'll earn a spot on the leaderboards and those precious bragging rights. The Uncharted Rifts are deep and full of mystery. They're almost like a whole game on their own, and we've barely scratched the surface of all the unique dangers you'll encounter. I hope that this first look at Asgard's Wrath 2 has you excited. We've got so much more to show you. More heroes, more companions, more gods, Loki anomalies. I can't wait to show you more. Back to you, Ruth.
Okay, now head over to the MetaQuest store because pre-orders of Asgard's Wrath 2 are open. Pre-order and you'll get a copy of the original Asgard's Wrath on PC. You don't have to play it before, but it'll add some fun context.
That's a good
You'll
deal.
You'll also get immediate
game.
access to the Great Sand Sea home environment I'm standing in now, and unlock an exclusive Asgard's Wrath 2 themed character, as well as the title of Cosmic Guardian in Population 1. And once Asgard's Wrath 2 launches later this year, those who pre-ordered will get access to the Sword of Ra and the Sun God's battle armor. That's the end of our main showcase, but stick around for more because up next, we have some of the most passionate VR creators sitting down to discuss the games from the show. And while you're there, we're running a sale on favorites like NFL Pro Era, Resident Evil 4, Bone Lab, Among Us,
So that is
and
the
many more.
showcase. It's over.
And like last year,
That's it.
we're also giving away this awesome room I'm
Okay.
standing in.
Well, guys, thank you so
It's available
much.
now in settings.
Thank you so much for tuning in.
We want to share with you. We plan to announce more games, major updates to existing titles, and we've got a whole new headset to launch. Thank you all so much for tuning in, and thanks to the developers who helped put this show together. Keep playing, and we'll see you next year.
So thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in and checking out the stream. It is time for me to go eat my dinner because I've been working the entire day, then straight from work, straight into this, and it takes a lot of energy. But I appreciate you joining. It's been a great blast. I'm going to have a summary and some more information on the channel tonight or tomorrow. And there is also the Quest 3 reveal available on the channel as well. Thank you for watching. Have a great week. Happy gaming, guys. Good day.